Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another brand new Total Extreme Wrestling video. This is the start of the end in a lot of ways. We are 2 weeks away from WrestleMania 37. We are 2 weeks away from TakeOver Stand and Deliver. We are just 1 week away from NXT UK Prelude after this week. So there's a lot to be getting through, a lot to continue on our road to WrestleMania. We've got some big stuff planned this week. We're going to deal with Adam Cole. Still hurts. But if you haven't watched it already, I just want to point out the WrestleMania 7 breakdown video that dropped on the channel on Sunday. It should be up here somewhere at some point during this video. Make sure if you haven't watched it, click on it, watch it, let me know what you think, drop a comment on it, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. Let's move on. Monday Night Raw first. Big week. Needs a big week as well. Okay, Monday Night Raw this week kicks off with an 80-rated show, 80-rated match to kick us off. I'll take an 80-rated show for the record. Charlotte Flair defeated Kairi Sane in about 19 minutes. Figure 4 does the business, and the Raw Women's Champion looks strong. She's 2 weeks out of WrestleMania with a big match on the horizon. It will be Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship, and the winner will stay on Raw as champion. The loser will have to leave the WWE. We'll have some promos with both women later, some sit-down interviews, I think. But there's an 80-rated match here. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Just a win to get Charlotte going, but good. Okay, AJ Styles got a promo on Austin Theory. That was meant to be a promo on Aleister Black, who is facing Austin Theory tonight, and he's saying to Austin Theory that, do you know what? If you could soften him up, if you could do that for me, then you will really prove yourself in my eyes. A little bit of a message that maybe Austin Theory could impress the WWE champion against Aleister Black tonight. Well, it didn't go well for him. It didn't impress him. A 78-rated match, though, impresses me. Just under 10 minutes, Aleister Black defeats Austin Theory. Black Mass, get out of there. 75, good stuff. And a 63-rated Austin Theory. You'll see here it says potential future face turn for Austin Theory. I clicked that a while ago with Theory and Garza because one option for this storyline with Black and Styles that was going to see Theory and Garza turn on Styles and become a babyface tag team. I don't think I'm going to go that route. We'll find out next week on the final Raw, I suppose, if we decide to. But that is why that was there. 78. Yeah, pretty good stuff again. Andrade got a promo on Braun Strowman for 74, and he's complaining about how last week Braun Strowman tricked him into a WrestleMania match. Well, guess what? Andrade says that's fine because I have a plan. I have a plan at WrestleMania, and Braun Strowman is going to feel the full wrath of that plan. That plan will be confirmed tonight. And he pulls out a contract. He says, Braun, I invite you to come to the ring tonight after your match, after my match, and we'll sign this and we'll make WrestleMania complete. What is the plan from Andrade? I guess we will have to find out now, shall we? Right, Sami Zayn defeated Apollo Crews for a 76. This is good stuff. 71 from Sami Zayn, 57 from Apollo Crews. But a good win for Sami Zayn. Could just get him on the card. That was the idea here. Good win. Fine. The Miz cut a promo on Braun Strowman for 74. It's Miz and Braun next. Yeah, sorry, Miz. You got squashed. 79, though. Really good stuff. Braun Strowman, 78. Miz, 70. Yeah, good stuff. Standing triangle choke. The Miz is the most must-see submission. Yeah, that's what's happened there. 79 is, yeah, pretty good. Charlotte Flair could have, well, this was the sit-down interview, with Charlotte Flair, and she's talking about Becky Lynch, and they go through their history together. They go through NXT. They go through being part of the 4 Horsewomen, and then Charlotte Flair goes, and that's where the jealousy really started. That's where Becky Lynch's jealousy started. That she didn't understand why Charlotte Flair was getting the opportunity. She didn't understand why Charlotte Flair was getting the championships. But look at me. Look at my last name. I'm Charlotte Flair. Do I need to explain anymore? And that jealousy ruined a friendship because me and Becky could have stayed great friends if she just stayed in her lane and knew her place. But she didn't. And at SummerSlam, yeah, SummerSlam, she turned on me. And she became the man. And then she went on this run and she defeated Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Notice Charlotte Flair doesn't say she defeated her. Yep, of course. And she says that Becky went on to be a massive star in this company. Not the number one star because, my last name's Flair. So remember that. And at WrestleMania, I think this needs to come to an end. The jealousy needs to come to an end. Becky Lynch needs to know her role, which is nowhere near me anymore. Nowhere near this championship and nowhere near the WWE. Charlotte Flair, she's a bit arrogant, let's say. 74. Becky Lynch then cut her sit-down promo and she talks about their history as well. She talks about how Charlotte Flair, yes, has been given opportunity after opportunity. And yes, when Becky finally broke through that glass ceiling, she intended to stay there. And she was staying there. Yes, Shayna Baszler had beaten her, but Becky was coming back for that championship when Charlotte Flair couldn't help herself. Charlotte Flair knew the Becky Lynch train had gone past her, had moved on, and Charlotte Flair put herself back in the limelight by attacking Becky Lynch, by sending her out for a few months. And in those times, she pretended like she was a friend. She pretended like she was fighting for Becky Lynch, but all she was doing was fighting for herself and fighting for the Women's Championship. Becky Lynch says that at WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair better fight for that Women's Championship. She better fight bloody hard because Becky Lynch will be bringing her A game. Becky Lynch will be bringing months and years of frustration and anger, and Becky Lynch will prove why she is the man, the star, the main event. Becky Lynch will prove why she should be Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania 72. Good sit-down interviews in the end. Segment ratings did quite well, so that's fine. We did a 6-man promo ahead of the 6-man tag. The Hurt Business cut the promo here. MVP did a lot, helping Lashley, which is good. 78, that's fine. The match itself then gets us a 79. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. And a win for the Hurt Business. Keith Lee pinned Daniel Bryan with a power slam. Spirit bomb, I'd probably say. But a 79. I thought this would do better. Drew McIntyre was trying to carry it with the 85. Bryan only an 81. That's quite low for him, actually. 69 for Keith Lee, 69 for Damian Priest, 72 for Bobby Lashley, 70 for Ciampa. They're all upper mid-carders and doing really well with it, so I've got no issues, and 79 is fine. The Hurt Business, I wanted to put them over this week as this stable that's not to be messed with. They work together well, and that's what we've tried to do here. They got the victory, and afterwards they continue to beat down the faces. We put some heat on the heels here. Put some heat on the heels. 78 for the segment, that was good. Okay, Andrade defeated Xavier Woods in 14 minutes. Another win for Andrade to get ahead of WrestleMania. Xavier Woods isn't going to be doing much at WrestleMania, I'm afraid. Woodsy. I'm afraid it's not going to happen. 81, though, from Andrade. He's pretty good. Afterwards, he got on the mic. He demanded Braun Strowman come down to ringside and that these technicians set up the ring. We went to break. We came back. And the contract signing was made. The segment itself gets an 82, so let's talk through what in theory would happen. Andrade is smug, he is pleased, he's happy, and Braun knows something's wrong. Andrade says, just sign the contract. Braun says, oh, he tries to look through it, and Andrade says, no, just sign the contract, or do you not have the cojones to face me? Braun says, right, fine, and signs the contract, and that's where Andrade thinks he's won. He's like, brilliant. That's because at WrestleMania, you will be facing me in a no-holds-barred match. For me, I will have no disqualification. You will not. And Braun says, really? Well, fortunately for you, this isn't your contract. Yeah, this is the one I made up and that you've already signed. And it actually says we're going to be having a steel cage match at WrestleMania. That's where we're going, a steel cage. I know they did Braun and Shane in a steel cage. We're going to go one better. We're going to do Braun and Andrade, steel cage at WrestleMania. Not good for Andrade. That not good at all. Right, Sammy Guevara defeated John Morrison for 62. Fine. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sammy Guevara gets a win. Just had more time because Monday Night Raw was ridiculously long, so we got them on the card. Fine. And then Becky Lynch defeated Mandy Rose for 72. That's better. Becky Lynch 73, Mandy Rose 54. Becky Lynch actually off a game, but she gets the victory. We did the sit-down interviews earlier in the night. These two are more or less ready for WrestleMania. The history makes the story ready to go, and it's two big stars for the Raw Women's Championship with a I don't know if you heard that, but that was weird. But with a big gimmick on the end, so that's fine. Right. Are we close to main event time? We're very close to main event time, and it's an awful main event. Oh no, a 69. AJ Styles defeats Kofi Kingston using the ropes for leverage. They didn't click. They had an awkward bout, and it's put the whole show in jeopardy just like that. 71 for Styles, 59 for Kofi. Afterwards, this is the segment that everyone's going to be talking about, and it gets us to 71. AJ Styles gets on the mic, and he demands that Andrade comes out here. Sorry, Aleister Black comes out here right now for a fight. He demands a fight with Aleister Black. He runs him down. He says he's just a sad little loser in a cupboard who decides when he wants to fight. Well, AJ Styles says he wants to fight right now. Aleister Black has had enough. He comes storming down to the ring, but as he's walking down the ramp, he's attacked by two steel chairs, one from Theory, one from Garza. They roll him into the ring. AJ Styles has a chair too, and the three of them destroy Aleister Black with chairs and end the show standing tall. We're getting some heat on the heels this week. It's not going to be a good show. I did put a poll out on the Twitch channel, which we have. The rating is expected between 75 and 79. I'll take that now. Let's find out. 72. Okay, so it's sad because the main event has really let us down. If you look at all these greens, just look at all the greens. Look at all the greens. And there was the two, just come on. Let's move on to main event. Okay, main event this week kicks off with the Universal Champion cutting a promo on Bray Wyatt. Big E is hyping up the angle we've advertised for Smackdown this week, where Big E will be holding the funeral of Bray Wyatt. Yep, 69, right. Not bad. Sonya Deville cut a promo on Sasha Banks, as well as everybody else involved in that match we announced last week, the Women's Championship ladder match. She says how it's totally unfair. It is not right, and Sonya Deville will potentially be looking to break out into a... No, stop it. She's just not happy. 63. Right. The first match of the night saw Bayley defeat Nikki Cross for 65. This is really good, actually, for these two, considering Nikki put in a 56. Bayley 66. Bish, bash, bosh. Let's go. Next match, Artist Collective defeated Alpha Enigma for 74. This is a good match. Chad Gable pinned Cesaro. Elias, the best of the lot. You got Cesaro, Gable, and Jeff Hardy in there, and Elias put in the best performers. What is going on? What? Chad Gable gets the win. Fine. Moving on. Ricochet got a promo and Seth Rollins. We're doing that match this week on SmackDown. Ricochet versus Seth Rollins. 73 for the promo. The Street Profits got a promo on the Usos for 62. And Drew McIntyre got a promo on Keith Lee for 72. The main event then is Seth Rollins against Gran Metalik for a 73. Good stuff. 76 from Seth, 46 from Gran Metalik. Seth was actually off his game, but a win for Seth Rollins going into that big match on Friday. So, poll for this one. I've done polls all night here. So, the poll for this one, we have a winner. 71 is the expected show rating. Let's give it a go. We get a 58. Expected more angles and interview segments. I thought I've screwed everyone out there. I have screwed everyone out of it. That's awful. NXT this week kicks off with a promo on the way to the ring from Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis. They are opening the show. That's right, I said opening the show with a final of the Dusty Rose? He's a new guy. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Gargano is talking here about how he's won everything in NXT. He's been North American champion. He's been tag team champion. He's been NXT champion. But the one thing he's never been is Dusty Rhodes' tag team classic winner. Tonight, that ends. They're against the Rascals, and the winner of this one, of course, gets the shot against the North for the tag team titles at TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And the winner and your new holders of the Dusty Rhodes, I can't say his name today, Tag Team Classic are the Rascals. A 79 rated match. Very good. Desmond Xavier submits Dexter Lumis. That's fine with me. 88 from Gargano. Wow. 79 from Xavier. Really good. 61 for Lumis. 59 for Trey Miguel. Slacking behind, but it's fine. And a good win for the Rascals. It's confirmed. It is confirmed for TakeOver Stand and Deliver. That should be a hell of a match, the Rascals and the North. Afterwards, the Rascals are celebrating with their trophy when attacking from behind of the North. They destroy the Rascals, and they also destroy them by beating them down with the trophy. They break the trophy over the backs of the Rascals. Let's make this interesting. And the whole point is the North are like, we are the tag team champions. We are the best in this division. We should be the attention grabbers, not the Rascals, the North. 62 tag teams we've brought in from TNA are going to be fighting for the tag team titles at TakeOver. Right, Kevin Owens cut a promo on Finn Balor for 72, and this is where we explain why Kevin Owens is back in NXT, why Kevin Owens is going after Finn Balor and going after the NXT Championship. And it's revealed here, Kevin Owens says, look, there's something a lot of people don't realise because we haven't been on TV together and we haven't really spoke about it on TV. But Adam Cole is one of my best friends. Me and Adam Cole have come up through the ranks together. We've ridden the miles on the independent circuit, and he's one of my best friends now. What Finn Balor has done is unspeakable. What Finn Balor has done to one of my best friends is unspeakable. So I made sure to ring William Regal to say, you need an opponent for Finn Balor at TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Well, Kevin Owens is a prize fighter, and that NXT Championship is a hell of a prize, but also beating the hell out of Finn Balor, stopping the Undisputed Era and destroying the Undisputed Era would be one heck of a prize. 72, there's the explanation, and Kevin Owens seemingly targets the Undisputed Era here, so let's see what happens later in the show, shall we? Right, Santos Escobar got a win over Jake Atlas for 44, still pre-show workers with these. We've been trying, Santos Escobar's been improving, but not quite getting there. Bridging German suplex for the Cruiserweight champion gets the job done. Fine with me, that's fine. Afterwards, out comes Lince Dorado to attack Santos Escobar. Out comes Bandido to attack Escobar. The Legado del Fantasma finally get Escobar away when William Regal comes out onto the stage and says, this is what happens, Santos, when you get involved in matches that don't involve you. You've got two challengers here. I can't choose which one it's going to be. I've tried, and you got involved in the matches. So, at TakeOver Stand and Deliver, you will defend the Cruiserweight Championship in a triple threat match. That's right, we're doing a triple threat match. I don't think we've announced it yet. This is why I'm doing this. Santos Escobar defends against Lince Dorado and Bandido at TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Huge. Right, Tegan Nox got a promo on Crazy Mary Dobson. She's asked about how she'll be able to tackle Crazy Mary Dobson in her first big title defense, and Tegan Nox says, it's not an answer she has. It's not an answer she understands and knows the answer for. But what she does know is that she's full of fight. She is full of heart. And Crazy Mary Dobson will have to take the championship from her. Not cold dead hands, but fighting hands. 66. Good stuff. Right. We've put the NXT champion in action because we had a bit more time to fill on the show, actually. And so I thought we'd get Balor out there for a match against Dominik Dijakovic because I kind of want to see it. 79, really good stuff. Balor 74, 66 from Dijakovic, boosted to a 79. But post-match, we had the big beefy boys, that's Dijakovic and Bronson Reed, former NXT Tag Team Champions, destroyed by the Undisputed Era. We show the Undisputed Era as this commodity. and we show what they can do. They absolutely destroy the big beefy boys. They are furious with what happened last week with Kevin Owens. They take out their anger here on the former NXT Tag Team Champions. Right, moving on. Triple threat action here. Crazy Mary Dobson got a win over Dakota Kai and Mia Yim, chipping Mia Yim, two well-known women in the division, to put over Crazy Mary Dobson. Here was the idea, and it did the job for us. 45, 54, 47. Fine. Dakota Kai, of course, former NXT champion at this point, so yeah, that's good stuff. Afterwards, Mary Dobson has obviously destroyed Mia Yim, and then she goes after Dakota Kai, but this is where she's really showing her crazy side. She's just destroying Dakota Kai with punch after punch after the punch, to the point that Tegan Nox comes running out to try and stop her rival now, Crazy Mary Dobson, and she runs off Crazy Mary Dobson, who decides to leave. But that means that Tegan Nox has, without realising, saved one of her bitter rivals, Dakota Kai, and they even share a look. A little bit of symbolism here. 56, Crazy Mary Dobson's going to take some stopping. Right, Pete Dunne came out with the NXT North American Championship on his shoulder, and he came out and he said, you know what, big night tonight. Big night. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We've got Kevin Owens in action tonight. We've had the NXT Champion in action. Well, I think we have the NXT North American Champion in action. I think we raised the stakes because, consider this an open challenge, boys. I'm putting the title on the line. Out comes Cameron Grimes and Timothy Thatcher, because why not? Grimes says that you're putting the title on the line. Very, very smart. Good business decision, that. And Pete Dunne says, fine, let's go. Cameron Grimes, let's go. And Grimes says, oh, no, that wouldn't be a smart business decision. Not for me. But for Timothy, it could be a very smart business decision. Grimes pays Timothy Thatcher some money, and Thatcher is the one getting in the match. It's Thatcher and Dunne for the North American Championship. Well, your winner and still North American champion, Pete Dunne, for a 77. Good match again here. 83 from Dunne, carrying it with a gimmick that's getting stale. I thought we tweaked it. I guess we didn't. 56 from Thatcher is fine, and a good win for Peter Dunne. Peter Dunne. It's pretty good stuff. Post-match, Thatcher and Grimes jump Pete Dunne. Well, Grimes jumps Pete Dunne. Thatcher finally gets up and gets involved as well. They're beating him down 2-on-1. When out comes Matt Riddle, the Broserweight partner, to make the save. That brings out Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano comes rushing out, and he's helping Timothy Thatcher. He's helping Cameron Grimes here. Not sure why. We will explain it soon enough. Don't worry about that. And to even out the odds, out comes Pentagon Jr. We've got the 6 men involved here. 6 men involved. North American Championship pictures looking tasty right now. 64 for the segment is pretty good. Right. I think it's time for the main event. Well, close to the main event, because we can see the Undisputed Era walking towards the ring, all 4 of them, and William Regal stops them and says, not going to happen. I saw what you did out there, and I am not pleased. Roderick Strong, you've got a match to get to. Off you go. But Balor, O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, your night's done. I'd like you to leave, please. Balor and O'Reilly and Fish are like, no. What, you're going to stop us? It's not happening. I'm the NXT champion. I deserve to be here. And Regal says, I'm not going to stop you. But they are. And they turn around to big security guards. The Undisputed Era decide, fine, not worth it tonight. 69. Balor, O'Reilly and Fish leave, which leaves Roderick Strong alone to face Kevin Owens in the main event for a 75. Wow, good match, but not quite as good as some of the earlier matches, which is a bit of a shame. 68 from Owens, 61 from Strong, boosted to a 75. Pop-up powerbomb. I'm going to say a stunner, actually, from Kevin Owens. Gets the win. Post-match, Roderick Strong gets to his feet, but he's alone with Kevin Owens. There's no Undisputed Era, and Kevin Owens has made it his mission to take out the Undisputed Era, so he pulls out a steel chair, and he is destroying Roderick Strong with chair shot after chair shot after chair shot. But this is a different Kevin Owens. This is a Kevin Owens that's been affected by what the Undisputed Era have done to one of his best friends. This Kevin Owens has a wild look in his eye. He wraps the steel chair around the ankle of Roderick Strong. He grabs another steel chair and the concerto in a lot of ways to the ankle of Roderick Strong. Breaks the ankle of Roderick Strong. Kevin Owens is a madman on the loose, and the Undisputed Era better watch out. That gives us a show rating of 77. Really good for NXT. Really good for NXT. Wow. But slightly disappointing main event compared to some of the matches earlier in the show. I mean, Balor and Dijakovic was better. Dunn and Thatcher was better. I am surprised at that. And maybe we should have main evented with the Dusty Rhodes, but it's surprising. It's surprising. Right, NXT UK this week is the go-home show for NXT UK Prelude coming next week, next week's episode. So we start big. The Ojmo defeats Chris Brooks for a 66. Really good match. Another good win for the Ojmo, who's defeated Chris Brooks again. Got him out of his system, and he's fully focused next week to take on the NXT United Kingdom champions. 12 minutes, good match, good start to the show. Afterwards, we cut a promo from Mustache Mountain, who challenged the Prestige. That's right, Mustache Mountain, one night only, next week, are going to be challenging the Prestige for the tag team titles. 49, I say one night only. If they win the titles, it won't be. We'll see. 49, good stuff-ish. Trent Seven didn't do that well. The Prestige cut a promo back for 56. That match is confirmed, so we've got 3 matches for next week. The NXT United Kingdom Championship between Volta and the Ojmo. The NXT United Kingdom Tag Team Championships between the Mustache Mountain and the Prestige. And we're also going to do, for the Women's Championship, Xia Brookside versus Kaylee Ray, which is a match we're going to build towards now. As you can see, Kaylee Ray got a win over Bobby Tyler for 41. A good win for Kaylee Ray. We came back from break. And Xia Brookside got a win over Toni Storm for a 43. Not great here, but a good win for Xia Brookside. And afterwards, Kaylee Ray got in the ring. We had a showdown. It looked like it would be a showdown where Kaylee Ray holds the title up and that's it. But at that moment, Kaylee Ray blindsides Xia Brookside. She's the experienced one. She's not a heel, but she's wily and she knows what she's doing in this sort of situation. She takes her out with the championship, softens her up ahead of next week. Kaylee Ray will act as the heel, we could say, in this match for sure. 38, pretty good. Right. It's time we got towards the main event. The main event is Volta against Ilya Dragunov, and he gets a 49. Oh, no. No. Volta sustained a subungual hematoma. Don't know what that is. If he's out of the final show of the series. 49, that's what brought it down, because Volta put in a 64. We had a post-match segment where we did the face-to-face, a botch from Ilya Dragunov with a face-to-face 57. I'm moving on because I want to see, and I am going to show you guys it as well. 53 for the show, fine, pretty good NXT UK. Show me. If Volta's injured, just show it to me now. NXT UK medical. Where's medical? Where is it? Medical. 4 days. Panic over. Okay, Smackdown this week kicks off with the Universal Champion Big E making short work of R-Truth here for a 67. It's short, that's probably why it's so low. Also, R-Truth is in it. Is what it is. Big E put in a 77 though, so it's pretty good from him. But he makes short work of it because he needs to get changed. And he gets changed into a suit. And he's here for the funeral of Bray Wyatt, which gets us an 85 rating. Let's talk through it. Big E gets very preachery, and he gets very, because I think Big E's dad's a preacher. Am I right? And I think it'd be quite cool. And he's got a coffin. And this is the WWE. And yes, it's an Undertaker trick, but we gotta do it. He's got a coffin. He opens the coffin. It's empty. And Big E continues onwards. He continues onwards. And the coffin shuts on its own. Big E's like, wait, what? No, that ain't right. He goes over to the coffin. He opens it. And the Fiend is lying in the coffin. Let's go with it. Why not? The Fiend is lying in the coffin. He gets up. He chokes out the champion for an 85. Fine. Roman Reigns could have promo on Ricochet. By the way, I said fine for that 85. That's brilliant. Roman Reigns could have promo on Ricochet for 74. Good stuff. Reigns says tonight Ricochet has got Seth Rollins, but he's keeping that Intercontinental Championship warm for the Tribal Chief. 74. Fine. Sonya Deville defeated Asuka here for 73. A message sent from Sonya Deville that nobody can beat her one-on-one. And yes, it's going to be a ladder match at WrestleMania, but it is not fair, and Sonya Deville is not having it. 73 is a really, really good match for these two. Fantastic, good stuff. After the match, Rhea Ripley come down, and she wanted to send a message to Sonya Deville. She starts punching, she starts fighting, she starts laying out Sonya Deville. When out comes Tessa Blanchard, who lays out Rhea Ripley to set up a match next week. We're going to do Ripley and Tessa next week. 63 though, fine. It's also announced that at WrestleMania, the Smackdown Tag Team Championships will be on the line. The Street Profits have their title opportunity against the Usos. Right, that means the Street Profits can cut a promo on the Usos for 66 ahead of a 6-man tag. It's the Bloodline, the Usos and Roman Reigns against the Street Profits and Chad Gable for a 70. Stop that. Angelo Dawkins sustained a partially ruptured pectoralis major tendon. 2 segments after I announced the tag match. Brilliant. 83 from the Jimmy, 80 from Jay, 80 from Roman Reigns. And the best one was Jimmy Uso. Mad. 70. Roman Reigns gets the pin with a spear. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, we announced next week that match I mentioned earlier, Rhea Ripley against Tessa Blanchard, before Sasha Banks was in action against Io Shirai, and Io Shirai got the win on a 70-rated matchup using a foreign object, getting the victory, which post-match leaves Sasha Banks very frustrated and questioning what the hell is going on and why she has not been able to win over the past few weeks, why she lost the title, and she's not getting any momentum at the moment. 67. Sasha is questioning herself. Right. Randy Orton defeated Jeff Hardy for a 62. They didn't click and it made for an awkward bout. Okay then. 69 from Orton, 61 from Jeff. RKO, bish bash bosh. Moving on. Ricochet got a promo on Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for 72. He says, Ricochet shows about Roman Reigns, thinks I'm keeping the title warm for him. No. I don't keep the title warm. I keep it red hot. I make sure it is the most talked about thing on this brand, and I'll do it again tonight. I've got a match against Seth Rollins. A hell of a match. A hell of a competitor. So I say we put the championship on the line. That's right. The next match is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It's Ricochet against Seth Rollins. Will Ricochet defend here and have that match with Roman Reigns? Or will Seth Rollins join the party? Will Seth Rollins put himself in there for a one-on-one with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? I guess we'll have to find out. The winner and still Intercontinental Champion Ricochet for 78. They didn't seem to click and it made for an awkward bout. Train wreck. Still got 78 though, which is really good. I'm not sure how that happened. Ricochet 77. Seth 69. Oh God, man. Pinfall, diving double knee drop. Fine, good stuff. Afterwards, out comes Roman Reigns. Doesn't have the Usos by his side. He wants to deal with this himself. So he wants to beat down Ricochet. Ricochet though sees it coming, uses his speed to dive from the ring to the ramp and take out Roman Reigns. To end the show, gives us an 81, and that is a 79 rated SmackDown. Still very good. A lot of issues the game dealt me there. Let's quickly check on Angelo Dawkins, who's probably out for the rest of the save. He's more than likely out for the rest of the save. I'm not sure why I'm questioning it. He's out for the rest of the save, isn't he? He's tore his pec. There's no way he comes back in 2 weeks. There is no way he comes back in 2 weeks. Let's check just for the sake of it. 13 days. What? He actually makes it back for WrestleMania. What? And that's it then, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of your week. An iffy week in a lot of ways. It was okay, But at the same time, I don't know. But we know what's happening. We see the card shaping up for WrestleMania. We see the card shaping up for TakeOver Stand and Deliver. We've got a hell of a card for NXT UK Prelude next week. 3 huge title matches. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. Next week then is the final week of booking of the Save. The final time I'll have to do a 3-hour Monday Night Raw for... Oh my God, I'm so looking forward to that in a way. But it's the final week of the Save. It's NXT UK Prelude. That's coming on the Wednesday, a week today. So make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss a video, because on a Sunday it all comes to an end. On the Sunday it is a TakeOver WrestleMania special. That's right, we're going to do TakeOver Stand and Deliver. We're going to do WrestleMania 37, and that is the final piece of booking we are going to do with this Save. From there on, it will be over. I think I may do a video to look into the Save and whatnot, or at least I'm going to do it on stream. So I may use that and put it out as a video. But this has been a hell of a Save. Let's finish it the right way. Let's carry on next week. One big week needed, and then the pay-per-views themselves. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like on it. Drop a comment below to let me know what you thought of the week, and if you're looking forward to the TNA 2010 Save coming up. And yeah, until next time, peace.